What does that mean theologically? I think we have a lot to think about, because it means that, if this fantastic process has been used for our own solar system, it might be going on right now to form other solar systems. And so, the question is, are we alone? Are there others like us out there? And as a Christian believer, my personal faith would say that, wow, this is quite incredible that the same God who has ordained that life could exist here and be sustained may be sustaining or enabling processes that enable life around very different kinds of stars and solar systems someplace else. And wouldn't that be amazing if we got to discover that sometime? The Bible that we have is silent on whether or not there is life as we know it on other planets, because the people that were around at the time that the Bible was put down on paper did not know that there were planets around other stars. What the Bible does say is that the God of the Bible that's described there is the God of everything. So if in fact we find other planets, other life, the Christian faith would say that the same God that we understand and believe in on this planet would be the God of other solar systems, other galaxies, even other universes if they exist, that nothing is outside of God because God is over all things created, and that would mean all of the physical realms of the universe or universes. Now, the question then becomes, would all life forms be the same, and would they all be responding to this God in the same way? We have no way of knowing that, but it wouldn't be beyond our imagination that life forms could look and act very different in different environments. And when we look even around our own planet, we see very weird forms of life in very weird places. We find life in unlikely places. In the most heated, pressurized vents in the bottom of the ocean, we find life. We find life in these toxic pools of water in Yellowstone Park. We find life in very cold ices. So we find strange life here. It wouldn't be beyond the creativity of God to enable weird life to exist someplace else, and they might think we're weird. So, and theologically, the question then is, would any of these life forms have the same issues that we as human beings have? Because in Christian faith, we believe humans have a kind of special covenant with God. It doesn't mean that the rest of creation doesn't, but it does mean that we have been given some knowledge of right and wrong. We have some responsibility, and we even have a redemption that God has given to us by coming in the form of a human being in terms of Jesus Christ. Are there creatures on other planets who have the same issues, who have a relationship with God in that sense, who maybe have the problem of sin that we have, who have a redeemer? These are questions that are not answered in our Bible, and probably for good reason, because it might blow our minds.